Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Project Jeep Life. I'm Darshini and the guy behind the camera is Aldo. We have been traveling and going on off-roading events for a year now, ever since we got our Jeep Wrangler JL. Recently we moved into our Jeep and have been living in it full time for a month now. And everyone we come across is like, how do you do it? How do you live in your Jeep? So we thought we'll do a quick walk around of what our living setup is and how we built out the Jeep to live in full time. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so now before we get into the build itself, I just want to quickly mention that we are in no way professionals. Neither of us have ever held power tools or worked with wood, so our craftsmanship isn't that great, and there are definitely places and things that can be improved. Hopefully as we go, we'll make some modifications to it and try to make it better. So to break down our build, we designed it in 3 separate parts. The first is the back part that you see here, which is fixed. And then we have the front, which is a little modular. And then we have these 2 cupboards. Starting from the back, we have this platform. It's a sheet of wood that has been held up by these 2x2s. We have 1 in each corner. So 2 in the front and 2 at the back over there. We also have this central piece of wood that provides the platform more structural stability. We built this platform in this way and provided with this much height because we wanted to build these drawers underneath. So we have 2 drawers. We have 2 drawers over here. And these drawers are on these standard slides. And to support these slides, or to fix these slides, we added a piece of wood on this side and 1 on this side. And to talk more about these drawers, I just added this piece of carpet that we found at a thrift store to make it more nice. I also forgot to mention, we added these loops, these handles that are made out of an old belt. The weather is still quite nice here. It's fall right now, so we still cook outside. We need to get a tailgate table, but we don't have one yet. So let me show you how we cook outside. So these drawers that I mentioned before serve another purpose. This is how we use them. I pull the drawers out, and I have this little piece of wood that I store underneath here that I will just pull and put it on. I'll put it over here, or I think I'll put it over here for now. And then I have a cutting board. Let me go get it. I have this cutting board, which I really like, that I will put on this side. And then I'll cut my food, and then I'll cut my fruits or my vegetables, and then I'll make the food here. I put my stove over here. So this is pretty much our cooking setup on the outside. We also have a cooking setup on the inside. So let me show you how in a bit. Okay, so before I move to the front, let me quickly talk about this mattress. We have a 4-inch foam mattress that we got off Amazon. We leave the link in the description if you want to take a look at it. So we cut it into a few pieces. As you can see there's a piece here and then a couple of pieces there, and then we have headrests here and there as well. And then I bought this piece of fabric and just stitched it around all the pieces. You'll see why they're cut into so many pieces in a bit. So let's move on to the front. Okay, so now we're at the front section, the more modular section that I mentioned. Before I get into how we built this out, I just want to talk about our thought process behind it. We took out the back seats and we got plenty of storage underneath. So we decided to put our fridge there It's called Alpicool. The brand is Alpicool. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but we'll maybe link the product in the description because I don't know the specifications exactly. But it was the cheapest we could find and it works perfectly for us. So we pretty much built this whole setup around our fridge and being able to access it from the inside. Now, this platform that you see itself is a sheet of wood again, and it rests on this piece of wood. This piece of wood is not fixed, and you'll see why in a minute. On the other side, we have another sheet of wood, and there's a hinge in between these two. The other side is fixed. I'm sorry if this is a bit confusing. It's a little hard to explain this, explain all of this with all the stuff inside. Maybe if you're interested, we could maybe strip everything off and make a separate video where we talk about just the skeleton and how we built it out. Okay, so now let me show you how we access the storage from the outside. Pretty much just move this, and then when we lift this up, this part conveniently fits over here on the fridge. So if I want to open up my fridge, I just go like that and then grab whatever I need to, and then I can close it. And sometimes when I have grabbed everything I need from the fridge, I'll just put a plate here, and then I'll make whatever I need to, like a cold sandwich or something on the fridge itself. So this is a nice working space as well. Our fridge is powered by this battery. It's by Jackery. It's right over there. We keep it over there. We saw a lot of posts on Instagram and on YouTube about this battery, so we thought we'd buy it and give it a shot. We'll see how it holds up. Now, the battery itself is powered by our 12-volt outlet. It charges while the vehicle is running, and we drive around a lot, so we always have power. And now let me show you the other side, and then I'll hop in and show you how I access this storage from the inside. Okay, so now we're on the other side of the Jeep. This is the passenger side of the Jeep. This sheet of wood that I mentioned, it does not move. It is fixed. As you can see, look, it's fixed. We have plenty of storage underneath this section as well. I got these bins off of dollar store, and we just use it to store some of our utensils and our cutting board and our sink. I also keep my gym bag here. Aldo keeps his gym bag on the other side. We also have some more storage underneath there. As you can see, I have this huge bin that I keep all my dry goods in. It is surprising how much space we have in here. I'm just going to take all this off so you can actually see how much space we have. We have some more space where we keep. I'm just going to take this off. So alright, so like I said, I keep my dry goods here. I also have a laundry bag that I keep here. There's a little narrow space on this side over here where we keep our socks and shoes. I keep some books there, and then there's also some space over here where I've decided to keep my cast iron pan and my stationery. While we're on this side, I just want to also mention that we have some space underneath the cabinet. So I keep some of my shoes here. My Birkenstocks are there right now. Forgot to mention these bags that we have hanging off the roll bar over here and the handle over here. We have one on that side as well. You can get in there. These bags are by Smittybuild. We got a great deal at the Overland Expo East. and they are quite versatile. We've wrapped some on the roll bar, there's one on the handle, so we use them everywhere. They are great. I keep my makeup bag in here now that I have a lot of makeup. I also conveniently put my spice rack here. We use a lot of spices, and so I found a really nice place to put them here. They hang off the cabinet. So you must have noticed this mesh. Someone made a video about this. We bought them off Home Depot. They are called rain gutter mesh, I believe. It was brown in color. We painted it black to match the Jeep. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly show you how I access the storage underneath. I just pretty much move these pillows away. I move these two pieces of foam away, and then I flip over the platform, and then I put one of these pieces on top of it, and I can sit down on it, cook, access the storage, whatever. Okay, let me quickly show you. So that's it. That's how we access this space. I also mentioned that we cook on the inside. Let me show you what that setup looks like. Okay. Now this is how I cook on the inside. I had this piece of wood that we usually keep stored up here. It has these L clamps on it, and these L clamps sit in the handle that you can see right here. Let me show you. It just goes in like that. And then we have this piece of string that attaches right here. One, and then the other one is right here. It's hidden by the bag, but it's right here. And then I'll pick up my stove that is housed underneath here, and then I put it on top of that. That's it. We're ready to roll. It fits me pretty comfortably. Right now I have my bun on, my conde. It does not fit in the Jeep. There's no place for it in the Jeep. So usually when I take my bun off, I can sit in here pretty comfortably, as you can see. And then I cook here, we can work here. It's pretty versatile. So Aldo and I aren't very tall. We fit in pretty well, we fit in pretty comfortably on this bed as it is right now. However, adding these headrests makes it so much more comfortable. Let me show you where our head rests. So we have this piece of wood that we can pull up when the seats are all the way in front. So it just comes up like that. And then we have these, I don't know what they're called. Are they table slides, drawer slides? I'm not sure. We just pretty much put them down there, and then we just pull it up like that. And then we have this piece of foam that I cut out of our mattress that fits in here. And then I put my pillow on it, and then it's off to bed. I'm very proud of this invention. So the idea for those slides we got from a table that we had at our old apartment. We tried buying those slides at Home Depot. We tried explaining to them about these slides, but they wouldn't understand us. So we pretty much just stole it off that table. Moving on to the third section of our build, which are these cupboards. We've seen a lot of videos where people have built this platform, and there's a lot of information out there as to how to make use of this space. However, we couldn't find any information on how to make use of these side spaces. And we being fans and we being followers of van life, we decided to make these cupboards that you see here. Honestly, these cupboards were the most difficult part of the build. Because of the roll bar that goes in at an angle. As you can see, goes in at this angle. So we had to measure out these 2 Nike swooshes that you see over here and cut them to size, which was quite challenging. The cupboards are quite simple. We have 2 doors on this side and they are held in place with these magnetic latches that we put in, so they don't move when the doors don't open when we're driving around. On this side we have the same setup, but we have only 1 door, and the reason why we have only 1 door on this side is because we have our water jug that sits on this side. We put our water jug here so we have easy access to it from the outside as well as from the inside, so we can just take the water whenever we want. We also have the same handles from the drawers. We use the same belt and we made these. And I like the fact that they are flexible, because when we're sitting over here and when we want to lean this way, it doesn't get in our way and poke us. So to quickly talk about how we fixed these cabinets, we fixed the cabinets to the platform of the bed itself. With some L clamps. We love L clamps here at Project Jeep Life. On the inside, we use this little shelf to fix the cabinets to the body of the Jeep. And the way we did that is, well, Jeep owners know that the hardtop sits on the body on these screws. So we made use of those screws to attach these cabinets to the body of the Jeep itself. While I'm on the inside, let me just quickly talk about a few components over here. We have these hooks that we bought that we use to hang our hats. Sometimes we use it to hang our jackets. It's really handy. Then we also have a first aid kit here. We have some space on this side that we can make use of as well. Maybe we'll improve it in the future. We also have some storage up here. I keep my jackets over here. And in here we have some warm clothes, jackets, sweaters, things like that. And I mainly try to keep my clothes inside. So I have 2 of my packing cubes over on this side. I keep them here. I have some more space for sweaters, jackets, things like that. We have this mirror at our apartment, and for some reason I thought it would fit in well over here, and I've not used it until today. So that's the mirror, and I put some lights around it. And then let me quickly mention these Reflectix window covers that we made. We bought a roll of Reflectix, cut it to the size of our window, and we put some black cloth on either side. So we put them on the window, and when they're not in use, we just roll them up like this, and then we store them up here. Pretty convenient. I'm just gonna quickly show you how we do our blackout screen. So we have our screen over here, which we have permanently fixed on these, what are these called? These hooks? These clips? We use these clips to hold our blackout screen. So we pretty much just, on this side we have the screen fixed, and so we just take it from this side and then we clip it on to this side. I'll just quickly show you how I do it. And that's it, our blackout screen's done. And then if you're looking with a keen eye, you notice that there's a little space over here, there's a little gap where some light can get through. So we pretty much just take this and we we wrap it around the handle and then we just clip it there so no light can escape. So we always set this up from the inside, and it's much easier to do it when you're on the inside. And then this is how I take it out, and then don't forget to put this back, okay? Otherwise, risk it. And then that's it. Okay, so we haven't done much to the exterior of the Jeep. We do have a few things which I'll quickly talk about. We have a front bumper. It is a rugged ridge 4-width HD bumper with an overrider bar. It's this one over here. We switched out the stock tires for these 34-inch BF Goodrich tires, and we also got some Vision wheels. BF Goodrich KO2s. We also have a 2.5-inch lift kit by Skyjacker, and it comes with springs and shocks. Over here we have the Rubicon rock rails that we got off of Kijiji. Over here we have a Defender roof rack by Smitty Build. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope it's been helpful if you're trying to build out your Jeep or if you're considering this kind of lifestyle. As you can see, we have made quite a few mistakes. One of them that I can think of off the top of my head is using the wrong size screw on the wrong size wood. Like I said, we aren't really professionals. We had no idea what we were doing, and we were kind of short on time. In the future, maybe we'll improve on this build. Subscribe so you can stay updated with that. And leave any questions you have in the comment section, and like this video if you've liked this video. Thanks, bye. I'll touch it when I talk about it, okay? Our 2018 Jeep, what is this called? One second.